Greetings. My name is Brad Dush, and this is my final presentation for Communications 315. The company that I have highlighted here today is Dr. Squatch Soap. Dr. Squatch Soap was founded in 2013 by a gentleman named Jack Haldrup, founder and CEO. And this is a quote here off their website. Our goal is to inspire and educate men to be happier and healthy. Dr. Squatch is a company dedicated to men's personal care products. As you can see the picture there in the upper left, they offer an array of products from barred soap to shampoo, conditioner, underarm deodorant. I probably should add, I do utilize their products. Not so much the shampoo, but I use the bar soap and the deodorant for sure, and really enjoy them. And the key strategy for them as a company is that they need people to be subscribers so that they can receive their products, like a lot of companies today, on a weekly, monthly basis automatically. And it's one of those things where you just figure out how much you use and you order that. And what's neat about this company is Jack, when he founded it in his garage, and it is now a worldwide company shipping all over the world, doing an incredible level of business. And all of this came about with a public relations and media strategy um, that launched with a company in a new partnership, and that company was Raindrop. Prior to 2017, the company was kind of handling everything in-house internally with folks, and realized if they wanted to branch out and make an impact in the marketplace, they needed help. And so they partnered with Raindrop at that point. Raindrop took a look at their brand and their image and kind of reassessed things and relaunched Dr. Squatch with the Squatch branding and the what we see there. And one of the things they did was they brought on board a comedian named James Schrader, local to the Southern California area. They made sure that all of what they did across YouTube and all social media was fun and had a silly vibe, focusing on the idea of the all natural and it's for men. Manly men was part of what they were looking at, and it paid off for them financially in a couple of ways. We see here the revenue and subscribers before and after their Raindrop partnership. In 2018, they closed the year out with $5 million. By the time they had launched, and 17,000 subscribers, by the time they had launched their new campaign of public relations and media strategy by the end of 2020, about 18 months or so of their partnership with Raindrop under their belt, they moved to $100 million in revenue and 75,000 subscribers. Just incredible. And so we think about this from a little bit and want to look at the stakeholders. And I want to say here right away that you're going to see I have Raindrop as both internal and external, and I'll explain that in a moment. But their internal stakeholders are, of course, their founder and CEO, Jack Haldrup, employees, of which they have about 300 employees right now. They're investors. They are a privately owned company, and so they have some different investors that have put money into what they were doing. It cost about $2 million to launch their media campaign back in 2018 that has seen their business grow by leaps and bounds. And then they have their suppliers whom they buy supplies from to make their all natural soaps, and then Raindrop. As far as their external stakeholders, of course, their customers, their retail outlets, they have now moved into selling at Walmart, and that's where I was able to first start buying their products. They have their benefactors, the people that they give to and support in their give back program. You see a graphic there about that give back program. They have donated almost 12 million bars of soap, recycled almost, yeah, 11, almost 12 million bars of soap, almost 1.2 million soap kilograms recycled, and almost a half million people served. And then Raindrop. So why is Raindrop both an internal and external stakeholder? They're an internal stakeholder because they, of course, get paid for the work that they do. But then I have them down in my mind as an external stakeholder simply because what they've done with Dr. Squatch, can it be duplicated, and will it build them more businesses that they can partner with into the future. And you can actually go on YouTube and find some videos where they talk about they've launched, such a successful campaign with Dr. Squatch and other companies like Works Power Tools. And they talk about how that has benefited them. And so certainly they have an internal stake in what's going on at Dr. Squatch. And they also have an external stake because it can create more business opportunities for them, create new lines of business. We take a look at some of the potential ethical dilemmas that Dr. Squatch might face. Uh, the three that came to mind are their products are not all natural, they're not formulated for men, and they actually are not philanthropic with their efforts in their Give Back program. And so we think about that for a moment. And how would you deal with that? I've got 4 strategies here that would kind of work across the board in several of these. But one of the things they might have to consider immediately is a pause in product production and distribution. You got to give yourself time to work through those problems, right? They might need to find new suppliers for the raw materials, someone that is certifiable, that they can be natural. They might have to submit to some third-party testing and verification for the presence of estrogenics, but also that the products are all natural. And then they might have to step up their philanthropic efforts and make sure it's done in a very public manner. And so that's how they could work through some of those potential ethical dilemmas. As far as the event that I created, it's an event to announce a new partnership between Anytime Fitness and Dr. Squatch Soap. And the event itself was scheduled to take place at the Hermosa Beach location of Anytime Fitness. And what they did is they were donating soap for American troops overseas. And also, they had Chuck Norris involved. And so it's kind of a fun little press release. I put in there the idea that Dr. Squatch Soap and Anytime Fitness would like to announce the launch of their new partnership to inspire and educate men to be happier and healthier with the help of the manliest man ever, Chuck Norris, and a way for new subscribers and members to support the American soldier. And so it's kind of a fun little event. But as I designed the event, my thought was that there needs to be these 3 elements involved with that event: cooperation, trusted individuals, and clear purpose are essential. So the cooperation is Anytime Fitness, and the individual that they were trusting in is Chuck Norris, and the clear purpose was to announce the partnership between Anytime Fitness and Dr. Squatch, so Anytime Fitness users can have access to their products, as well as to have the manliest man ever, Chuck Norris. It's a workout facility. It just seems to all work together hand in hand very well. And some of the media posts that I made a couple for Facebook. Facebook is just really a good presence for them. And you can see just kind of simple posts. I didn't use a lot of graphics. The other one I used was LinkedIn. And I used LinkedIn because one of the things that's key about Anytime Fitness is they're located around the United States and other locations. And so business people who tend to use LinkedIn can travel and still access a gym. And so it was kind of one of those things. Dr. Squatch doesn't have a really solid presence on LinkedIn, but this certainly would help in that partnership. And so some of the takeaways that I have from this project is the first is no. You must deeply understand who and what you are in the marketplace. Dr. Squatch knows who they are. Raindrop helped them discover that, and that's what they push forward. And so you have to know who you are. Help, you have to permit yourself to seek help. They did. They found Raindrop, partnered with them. Now, they did pay for their service, but you've got to know that you need to do more to be better. And so you have to be able to realize that you need that help. Have to be willing to take a risk. If you've watched any of their videos or anything, you can see that they take some risks in what they do, and it paid off for them. $2 million was way more money. They've been spending like $18,000 a year in promotion before they dropped $2 million. People, you got to make sure the people who are working with you are treated like people and not numbers. They got to love what they do. With only 300 employees or so right now, for them to be a $100 million company is pretty incredible. So you got to know, and the people you got to treat right, and you got to be consistent in your brand and the management of your brand, and you're dealing with the public, and you have to have that consistency with diversification across all the different platforms that you might be able to serve. So that's Dr. Squatch Soap. That's how they handle public relations and media connections. And so I want to thank you for your time, and I want to tell you, stay clean, my friends. And if you get that, you get it.